In this class, we're going to learn how to solve quadratic equation using the completing the square method, okay? Let's start with the first question. We are asked to solve for the value of x in the quadratic equation x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals to 0, okay? How do we solve for the value of x in this quadratic equation using the completing the square? The first step is that we are going to take the constant term to the other side of the equation. You understand? Please listen to the explanation again. The first step is that we are going to take the constant term to the other side of the equation. Okay? The constant term in this quadratic equation is what? Plus 9. Okay? So I'm going to move plus 9 to the other side of the equation. Hence, I'm going to have x squared plus 6x equals to negative 9. You understand? Now, if you look at this quadratic equation, the value of x squared, the coefficient of x squared is unity. You understand? The coefficient of x squared is unity because the coefficient of x squared is 1. Okay? So in this quadratic equation, there is no need for there is no need to divide all through by the coefficient of x squared because this quadratic equation, the coefficient of x squared is unity. You understand? So eventually, if I have something like maybe 2x or 2x squared plus 6x minus 1 equals to 0. I'm going to first move this to the other side of the equation, then divide by 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2. You understand? But in this quadratic equation, there is no need for us to do that because the coefficient of x squared is unity, which is 1. Okay? So let us proceed. Now, having moved the constants to the other side of the equation, the next step is that I'm going to add the square of the half of the second term to both sides of the equation. Please listen to the explanation again. We have two parts. We have two sides. The first side is this and the second side is this. Now, the next step here is that I'm going to add the square of the half of the second term to both sides of the equation. You understand? Now, the second term is what? The second term is plus 6. You understand? This is the second term. So, let us take the half of the second term. The half of the second term is what? 1 over 2 multiplied by 6. That is what? 3. Now, I'm going to add the square. So, I'm going to square 3. This is what I'm going to be adding to both sides of the equation. You see, in our previous class, this is the approach that we use. You understand? So, having taken the constant term to the other side of the equation, the next step is that we are going to add the square of the half of the second term. The square of the half of the second term is what? 3. Oh, sorry. Sorry, this should be 3 raised to the power of 2, okay? This should be 3 raised to the power of 2. Oh, sorry. 3 raised to the power of 2, okay? Because square means raised to the power of 2, okay? So, we are going to add 3 squared to both sides of the equation. So, the quadratic equation becomes like this. X squared plus 6x plus 3 squared equals to negative 9. Do you understand? Okay? Plus 3 squared. Okay? Because we will add the square of the half of the second term to both sides of the equation. This is the right hand, this is the left hand side, and this is the right hand side. Now, from this point, this left hand side of the equation can be written as this: x plus 3 raised to the power of 2. If you expand this bracket, you are still going to arrive at this. You understand? Okay, I just write it as in this form. So, and this will be equals to negative 9 plus what? Plus 9. Okay? This is wonderful. Please, I just want to just pay attention. You're going to understand. Now, here I'm going to have x plus 3 squared equals to 0. Do you understand? Okay? Now, you know x plus 3 squared can be written as x plus 3 and x plus 3. Do you understand? Okay? So here I'm going to have x plus 3 equals to 0. You understand? Okay? Now, I'm going to set each of these brackets equals to 0. You understand? So here I'm going to have x plus 3 equals to 0 and x plus 3 equals to 0. You understand? Hence, x will be equals to negative 3 or negative 3. You understand? So that is the value of x that satisfies the quadratic equation. So let us proceed to another question. We have to solve for the value of x in the quadratic equation 2x squared plus 3x minus 5 equals to 0. Okay? Let me erase this. Please just pay attention, okay? 2x squared. We have 2x squared plus 3x minus 5 equals to 0. You understand? Now, how do we solve for the value of x in the quadratic equation using the completing the square method? Don't forget the step. The first step is to take the constant term to the other side of the equation. So the quadratic equation becomes like this. I'm going to have 2x squared plus 3x equals to what? 5. You understand? Because if this negative 5 crosses the equals to sign, the sign is going to change to what? Positive. You understand? So the next step here is that I'm going to divide all through by the coefficient of x squared. The reason is because in this quadratic equation, the coefficient of x squared is not unity, that is, it's not 1. Now, if you look at the first question that we saw, you can see that the coefficient of x squared is what? Is 1. So there is no need for dividing all through by the coefficient of x squared. But in this quadratic equation, the coefficient of x squared is not unity. So I have to divide all through by the coefficient of x squared, which is 2. Do you understand? Okay, here I'm going to have this divided by 2 and this divided by 2 and this divided by 2. So by dividing all through by 2, the coefficient of x squared will be unity. You understand? So I'm going to have here x squared plus 3x all over 2 equals to 5 all over 2. Do you understand? Now, the next step is that I'm going to add half of the square of the second term to both sides of the equation. Take half of the square of the second term and add it to both sides of the equation. That is the next step. You understand? So the second term in this quadratic equation is what? 3 over 2. Hello? In this quadratic equation, we have the first term, we have the second term, and we have the constant term. You understand? So the second term is the coefficient of x, which is b, and b in this quadratic equation is what? 3 over 2. So I'm going to take the half of the 3 over 2. Okay? Half of 3 over 2 is what? Half of 3 over 2. That is what? 3 over 4. You understand? So I'm going to square it and add it to both sides of the equation. Do you understand? So here I'm going to have x squared plus 3x all over 2 plus 3 over 2. Okay, 3 over 4, sorry. 3 over 4 equals to 5 all over 2 plus 3 over 4 squared. You understand? I add half of the square of the second term to both sides of the equation. You understand? So now the next step is that I'm going to rewrite this left hand side of this equation as s plus 3 all over 4 squared. You understand? I'm going to explain, okay? By the time you take the expansion of x plus 3 over 4 squared, you are still going to arrive at 3x over 2. You understand? Okay, so I just rewrite this as this. Okay, now the other side of the equation can be simplified. So I'm going to have 5 all over 2 plus 9 all over 16. You understand? Because if you take the square of 3 over 4, 3 times 3 is 9, and 4 times 4 is what? 16. You understand? Okay, here I'm going to have x plus 3 over 4 all squared equals to, okay, take the LCM. The LCM is what? 16. So I'm going to have 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 times 5 is 40. So I'm going to have 40 plus 16 divided by 16 is 1. 1 times 9 is what? 9. So I'm going to have 40 plus 9. Okay? Now I'm going to have here x plus 3 over 4 squared equals to 40 plus 9 is 49. 49 all over 16. Do you understand? Now from this point, I'm going to take the square root of both sides. You understand? Taking the square root of both sides, I'm going to have this and this plus or minus. You understand? Because when you take the square root of a number, you are expecting two results. You understand? Two answers. Let me just put like that. Okay, that's why I have plus or negative here. You understand? Okay, now from this point, this square will cancel this square. You understand? So I'm left with what? X plus 3 over 4 equals to plus or minus the square root of 49 is what? 7. So I'm going to have 7 all over square root of 16 is what? 4. So I'm going to have 7 all over 4. You understand? I'm going to have x equals to, now if this positive 3 over 4 crosses the equals to sign, it's going to change to negative. You understand? So I'm going to have negative 3 over 4 plus or minus 7 all over 4. You understand? Okay? Now, from this point, I'm going to separate the fraction. You understand? So I'm going to have x equals to negative 3 over 4 plus 7 over 4, or negative 3 over 4 minus 7 over 4. Do you understand? Now I'm going to have x equals to, what's the LCM? 4. Negative 3 plus 7, or the LCM is also 4. Negative 3 minus 7. You understand? Okay, x equals to negative 3 plus 7, that is what? 4. 4 over 4, or negative 3, negative 7, that is what? Negative 10. Negative 10 over 4, you understand? Now, from this point, you can reduce the fraction. 4 divided by 4 will give us what? 1. You understand? 4 divided by 4 will give us 1. So I'm going to have x equals to 1, and you can as well reduce negative 10 over 4. Negative 10 over 4 is what? Negative 5 all over 2. You understand? So the value of x is what? Negative, the value of x is 1 or negative 5 all over 2. Do you understand? If you didn't understand, listen to the explanation again, okay? So that is how to solve quadratic equation using the completing the square. That will be all for this class, okay? If you have any question, let me know in the comment section. Do you understand? So see you in the next class.